Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at belisiofoods.com/careers.
All right, you've had a month now, and you still haven't found it. What are you out there doing right now? Are you even listening to the clues? Do you want to win the KOs or not? Listen to the Mix FM. JJ, gosh, tell them what they got to do, man, because obviously they aren't doing it right.
You got to be listening for the clues again each weekday morning when you wake up bright and early at 6 a.m. Matt McKee, Matt and the Morning Crew, they'll have that clue first thing for you bright and early each weekday morning. Again, go out and find that key packet. We stashed it good somewhere across southern Ohio. We're not saying where. You just got to listen for the clues. And again, when you think you know where it's at, go find that key packet. Stop by our Total Media Studios at the Stockmeister Plaza on Main Street in Jackson. Turn it in, and you're going to write off on a KO Predator 125 or a KO Storm 150 from your friends at Honda Suzuki Polaris K&M of Jackson and Total Media.
Better hurry, or it's going to be well used.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV. Of course, Jennifer here to start off your Wednesday Hump Day morning with you. Yes, good morning, guys. And we have some friends here from the American Legion. We're going to talk about that today, as well as James and I are going to make a very odd office pool pick for March Madness, and we are going to base our entire bracket solely off of mascots.
I heard that.
We're going to see how that goes.
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
That could be interesting.
Hey, listen, it's as good a system as any of the other ones I've heard.
Well, great time of year right now.
It is
March
fun,
Madness.
isn't it?
Well, I heard coming down somebody had picked Ohio State.
Yeah, don't do that. Just trust me, you're going to lose. Not a good idea. So welcome to the program, guys. Would you tell everybody who you are? Introduce yourselves, please.
Well, I'm Bruce Conley. I am the commander currently of Post 371 in Wellston, and I'm happy to be here. Glad you invited us.
Of course. Well, thank you.
And I am Jim Pope. I'm the commander of the Sons of the American Legion at Post 371 in Wellston.
Okay, so we're going to have to go through some of this stuff, and y'all are going to have to explain the differences. But could you tell everybody a little bit about the American Legion just in general before we get started talking about what fun things you have coming up?
The Legion itself, we got a birthday coming up on the 19th of this month.
Uh-huh.
It'll be 104 years.
Whoa.
That's the National Legion.
Okay.
Our local, I couldn't tell you. I don't know for sure.
Okay.
But
well, how dare you?
Yeah, I know. What's up with that? But
Commander and doesn't know.
yeah, I know. Pretty bad. Sorry, folks. But anyway, we have some activities coming up very soon. Sons, of course, Jimmy will talk about that in a minute, the Easter egg hunt that's coming up.
Yes.
We have activities that really start kicking in May, and our summers are usually pretty busy, very busy.
Yeah, you guys are quite active.
Yes, and we also like to share. We give a lot of money.
Yes.
I'm not boasting here, but last year we gave it to organizations and charity groups, a total of around $48,000.
Holy
So
moly,
we're not
guys.
sitting on our hands and not doing anything. We get out in the community and give. You know, we like to pay it back,
Sure.
pay it forward, as they say. But we have our parade coming up in May, the Memorial Day Parade.
Mm-hmm.
The bean dinners. We always have our bean dinners.
Who doesn't love a good bean dinner, right?
Definitely.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, if you go away hungry, then you have a problem.
They're amazing, yes. Unless you're running for office, and then I will say you get a little tired of all the noodles and the beans after a while. I can remember people telling me that.
After a while, that happens, yes. But the Legion is it's an organization that supports the community and supports the state, supports the nation, and we support primarily, in my opinion, the kids. Throughout the community. Any way that we can support the kids in baseball, softball, any sport, we will do that. But we also have like Boys State and Girls State every year.
Yes.
That is like teaching them the government side of
super cool
of the.
Just the way that the government process works. They get to go and do like mock things.
Yes, they actually are elected. They serve positions, and they will react as the nationals would do, so to say, the Congress and the Senate and stuff like that. But we have a great organization. We have a membership drive right now. It's if you are a new member coming to our post, not a member previously that have lapsed their dues, but new members, we will pay you or pay the state your first annual due, which is $30.
Oh.
So if you are interested, you can contact us at the post at 740-384-5673. And we will set you up. We will get you an application. You can fill out the application, and we will vote on it at our next meeting, and we'll go from there. And if you feel that you like the post well enough, which we hope will happen, you are more than welcome to be a part of our family.
Okay. And then for initiation, you stand people up and circle their fat, right?
Right. And we throw them down on the ground real hard and pick them back up and say, you're good.
Okay.
We're
totally kidding.
Yes.
Some people are going to believe that.
Yes.
I know. Right? There's going to be someone out there going,
oh, I'm not doing that.
What kind of place is that?
We're totally kidding. All right. So who is eligible to join the American Legion?
As previous years, the National had certain dates that you served in that made you eligible for the American Legion.
So you had to be part of the military.
Yes, you have to be military. You have to have a honorable discharge.
Okay.
Or DD-214 that will say that you were honorably discharged.
Okay.
And they have changed that. I'm trying to figure out where I was going with this.
Yeah. Hey, we'll keep you on track. It's fine.
But they have changed that. So now it's any time, any previous member of the military, as long as you have served from World War II to present, you are eligible to be.
Okay. So, yeah, because it kind of, I don't know, to me it's kind of a little mean to leave people out. I mean, if you you can't help what time you served.
I personally have always said, a veteran is a veteran, and it makes no difference.
You chose to go defend your country, whether we were in peacetime or wartime or whatever. That's not your fault that there wasn't a conflict going on.
And I think that hurt membership a lot because
it would hurt morale.
Well, but if you are only in these groups and everybody outside the post says, well, I can't be because I was serving at that certain time. Yeah. Well, now that's changed. You can come in anytime.
Good, okay.
Get an application, and we will set you up.
Okay, so you have to have served, which thank you all.
Yes.
Thank you all for your service. And then you have to have been honorably discharged, however that may have been.
Yes.
Okay, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
Well, it's a lot more fair now than what it was. So yes, it is.
That definitely seems fair. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that you guys do at the American Legion. And when I say guys, that's not necessarily guys.
Right.
There's girls too, right?
Right. Well, I'll let Jimmy do some talking here because he's got some things going on.
And then, what is the difference between the American Legion and the Sons of American Legion?
Okay, the Sons of the American Legion are the sons of the American Legion, the sons of veterans. The eligibility requirements are a little different. And Bruce had mentioned the DD 14, and that's a fancy name for the discharge papers. When somebody leaves the service, they get a DD 214, and that's what that is. It's just the discharge papers. So the sons are one of the members of the family of the Legion, and to be eligible to be a son, you have to be a son of a veteran, a grandson of a veteran, or a great-great-grandson of a veteran. As long as you have somebody that, your father, grandfather, great-grandfather was a veteran, you can join the Sons.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different. As I said on radio, we're a little bit younger than those guys. So we have a great group, normally between 120 and 140 guys.
Okay.
And we're in a District 8 of the Ohio Sons of the American Legion. And of the 12 posts in our region, we're like third or fourth in membership.
Wow.
So we do well, and we hope to continue to do well.
Very, very good. So even if you have not served, you still have that opportunity to be part of the Legion.
And our main goal is to support the veterans, and we try to help them when they need help. We help in most of all, or not of all, the events that they do. A lot of our guys, different guys volunteer, feel comfortable for different things. So like for the chicken fry, the bean dinner, guys help with that. So, it works out well. We have a great relationship with the veterans.
And I might say here that if it wasn't for the Sons and the Auxiliary, our post may not even exist.
Really?
Because they have supported us so well, and they're always there for us when we need to have something done. And when you get old like me, then we need as much help as
Bruce,
you
I
can.
wanted to say that, and I don't want you to admit that.
Well, I've heard it all morning, Jimmy.
You guys, I tell you.
Well,
It
you're
is
only
what it
as
is.
old as you feel.
That's right.
And I feel pretty old. Sometimes I feel pretty old.
Same. Okay, so I was reading down because you guys brought in just some like talking points, and I'm looking down through here and then we'll get to your event here in a minute. It says canteen, funeral detail. What are some of the things that you're mentioning here? What does that mean?
The canteen is kind of a military term.
Okay.
It is our social area where you can come in and sit down and have a few beverages and talk about how the weather is outside, or how you don't like this or how you don't like that. And the hours for the canteen are usually from 10 until close. We have a 1 o'clock license, so we are usually open until, if nobody's around, it's the discretion of the bartender to decide what they want to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the funeral detail, we team up with DAV here in Jackson.
Okay.
And we call ourselves the Honor Guard, which is we go out and honor those who passed away.
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes, and particularly in Wellston, if we have a member pass away, we'll go to the funeral home. Mm-hmm. We'll walk through and do a salute, and we'll give the flag. And sometimes we give the flag. Flag is usually given at the cemetery, but flag, and when we give the family a Bible for remembrance of their loved one. So. But we go out to the cemeteries, do the 21-gun salute and the taps, and it's quite an honor to do that.
I was going to say, what does that mean? What does that mean to you guys to be able to do that?
like I say, it's an honor to do that. The families show so much appreciation whenever we do that. For me, sometimes I will go to a funeral and it's somebody that I know.
Yes.
And it touches me.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And but the detail is a great thing. As I was saying on the radio, I think in time, this detail will not be a part of the funeral services for military. I say that because of cremation. Many are going to the cremation route nowadays.
Okay.
So therefore, we either have a graveside service after the cremation and they decide to bury the veteran, or sometimes we don't even do it at all. And it's sad, but that's just the way things go today. So
you get it, and when it comes down to it, unfortunately, cost comes into to play sometimes.
A lot.
And that's a whole other story we could talk about sometime. Okay, well, thank you for all of that. That's wonderful, and I know it's your pleasure to do that. So.
It is. It's an honor. We support our community with every good intention that's possible.
Sure.
And like I say, we give to the organizations and to charities and stuff like that. So.
I mean, that is amazing. That number is staggering that you all, have donated.
It kind of surprised me, actually.
Yeah.
Because we're always giving and giving and giving. And then I went through the other day and started tallying up what we was giving, and it blew me away, too.
I'll bet.
So.
Very cool.
But it's very, very rewarding that we can do that.
Yes. It's all for a good cause,
yes,
right?
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Well, let's talk then about the Easter egg hunt coming up. Jim, you were telling me a little bit about that.
Well, the Easter egg hunt, if you've never been to the Easter egg hunt at the Sons and the Legion put on, it's some event. It's going to be April the 8th, which is a Saturday before Easter. We do it at 9 o'clock, or not 9 o'clock, at noon. We do it at noon sharp. And we try, and I heard Bruce on the radio telling people we have approximately 1,000 people at this event.
It's huge.
And
it's huge.
Yes.
Please don't get there at 5 till 12 and come running down the driveway we wait for you, but there's other people that have been there. Try to get there at 11:15, 11:30. So everybody needs to register, and I'll tell you why that is, because the last couple of years, well, last year we had it, but a couple of years before that with COVID, we didn't have it. We weren't, obviously couldn't have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So last year, as a group, we decided that we were going to have a big blowout. So last year the last several years, we've had 12,000 eggs that the kids gather, plus probably 500 baskets of candy. What? But the biggest thing, the biggest thing is we gave 16 bikes away.
What?
Plus 10 other gifts for age groups. So
you guys are crazy.
So whatever monies that we, I've been around all over it in Jackson and Wellston and MacArthur and this place and that place, trying to raise money to help out. So, whatever we get as the fundraiser, we spend on the event. So this is not it's
not a moneymaker.
It's not a moneymaker. No. It's whatever is raised is spent. And fortunately, last year we had well over 70 contributors.
Wow.
And any amount. When people say, "Well, how much?" I said, "Well, we've had anywhere from $10 to $1,000. So anything below that or above that is more than welcome."
Sure.
Just a little bit about the Easter egg hunt. We have, like I said, we have 1,000 people, but about over 400 kids participate. And it takes us, believe me, it takes
that's like herding cats, isn't it? Right?
It takes a lot of time to get all this together, and we couldn't really do it without the Wellston High School kids helping us. The baseball team, the softball team, National Honor Society, and a lot of those kids are going to come Monday, March 20th to help us stuff the eggs. They do in a couple hours what it take us days and days and weeks and months to do. So I want to give a big shout out to them, because without them, we couldn't really, it would be really a problem.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate that. And they also help us spread the eggs the day of the event. the age groups for the hunt from 0 to 2. We don't have them hunt. We give them a ticket to get a basket, a pre-made basket.
Okay.
And because, for 1 or 2 years old, you really can't. I mean,
it's
believe me,
difficult.
the pre-made basket is really, really, really nice. I mean,
Yes.
probably better than the eggs. I hate to say that. Then we have 3 to 5, 6 to 8, and 9 to 12.
So you have different categories. So
Yeah,
it's
and
not going to
different-
be like, big
No.
kids knocking down the little kids.
10-year-olds are not going to be hunting with 3-year-olds.
Yeah.
We use the whole area. We have a big area because we have at least 12,000 eggs that we're going to put out.
Okay.
So these kids will come with baskets full of eggs. So that the biggest gratitude that we have for me is when you see a kid that wins a bike that's probably not going to be able to have a bike.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, before COVID, a kid had a pair of blue glasses on, won a blue bike exactly matching his glasses.
Aww. Love
So
that.
that was very, very, very touching, and I think, well, this is why we do this,
Absolutely.
And we're like I said, even the little kids will get, they're still eligible. They don't get bikes, but they get little carts that they ride around, little electric carts they ride around in. So everybody, a boy and girl, they all get the same. Everything's equaled out, and everybody gets the same thing, depending on age group.
That's awesome. So that is, again, April 8th
Right.
at noon. Get there early because you do have to register.
Yeah, you have to register.
And a lot of that, too, is just to get the kids in their proper categories and age, brackets and
with
all that stuff.
And with that many people, it takes,
Yeah, take a minute.
And everybody gets a ticket for the drawing. So the people at the front desk, at 5 till 12, at 10 till 12, I mean, they're humping. Okay.
Love that.
And we got to make sure, a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, we got to get them in the right area.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
And we can't emphasize enough that if you are there, you're coming in at 5 after 12 to hunt, forget it. Because the eggs were gone. 12,000 eggs are gone.
It takes, last year I timed it, I think it was 3.5 minutes they had them all gathered. So
Just saying. Don't be late.
Yeah.
we
No kidding.
encourage everybody to be there. I know a lot. I have
this.
not heard of that many egg hunts this year in Wellston or around, but we have, as long as we can do this, as long as the donations and
Well,
things, we
you all do
want to
an
make it a
amazing
premier
job.
event for our area. I
Yes.
mean, that's our goal.
Absolutely. And if somebody wants to donate or has any questions, what should they do?
They can call me or Brian Sizemore. My number is 740-441-7135. Brian's number is 614-816-4880, or call the Legion.
Okay, or just call the Legion.
Yeah, and I have, there's a lot of these brochures that I have, and it has all the information that if just call the Legion, they know all about it. The bartenders, whoever answers the phone, will tell you everything you need to know.
Okay.
Okay?
Perfect. Love that.
There was one more thing I wanted to touch on,
Yeah,
Jennifer.
absolutely.
We're doing something this year that we have never done before, and it's hopefully going to end up to be an annual event.
Okay.
And it's going to be here in Jackson at the Manpower Park. I wasn't going to say anything about it until I saw something on Facebook, and the VFW in Jackson is basically heading this up.
Okay.
May 20th is Armed Forces Day.
May
On
20th. Okay.
May 20th, all the veterans organizations in the area, VFW, Jackson and Wellston, Legion, Jackson, Wellston, AMVETS, we're all getting together and honoring veterans in this area on that day to come out and have a picnic. All the
Yes,
all the
love
military
that.
families come out and
Great.
have a picnic. We'll have some stuff there for everybody, something to do. We'll have food. We're going to have those little air things the kids can play on. and
Yeah,
have
the
fun.
jumpy house thing.
But it's going to be a family event. It's our first one, so it'll probably have a lot of bugs. So, yeah, thank you.
It's just going to be a great day.
It will be a great day, and we are more than thrilled to be able to do something like
Good
this
for you.
for all veterans.
And love getting all of those organizations together to form one,
That's great. That's good.
solid bond
And that'll-
of honoring everybody.
Exactly, and that'll be from noon to 4 p.m. So
Okay.
May 20th.
May 20th.
May 20th, Armed
That
Forces
is
Day.
Awesome. Can't wait for that. Now, do you have to register for that or anything, or
Nope.
just show up?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. You just
Are you cooking?
bring your body and be there to have a good
He's
time.
cooking, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'll be one of the cooks. We're having hot dogs, and how bad can you screw up a hot dog or a hamburger on a grill?
Well,
I see. Yeah, don't say that.
Well, I guess it could be done, but if you don't get the hamburger done enough and it's a little pinky.
Exactly. There you go. Or it's like a puck of charcoal.
Yeah,
Either way,
one or
not
the
good.
other,
Not
yeah.
good. All right. Quickly, could we touch before I let you guys get out of here for the day? Could we talk about the ladies auxiliary and
Sure.
the ladies part of this?
Their eligibility is much like the son's eligibility.
Okay.
If there's any kind of relation of great grandfather, great grandfather, great, I've even seen them go back as far as the Civil War.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they've got papers
Sure.
Yeah.
that determine that they have a grandfather, a great grandfather, whatever, they are eligible to be a part of the auxiliary. There's a lot of Trish Vitatoe is the president of the auxiliary.
Okay.
I was hoping she'd be with us today, but she couldn't make it. They have several events that they do. In May, they got coming up. Of course, they help out with everything. They cook.
Yeah, I mean,
they cook for us.
Yes.
They supply stuff for the vets. They're much like the Sons. They're another part of the American
family.
Legion
Of the
family.
family.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
sure.
but they got they go around to in May. I think it's on the 13th of May this year. And anybody that wants to help with this group can do so.
Okay.
But they go to the area cemeteries and place flags on all the outer cemeteries
The veterans.
for the
So
veterans.
cool.
For veterans, yes. And they are going to do it on the 13th of May. If you want to help, get a hold of Trish, and it's pretty much a full day. And this year, after all that is done, we're going to do some cookout and stuff at the post, and kind of
Great.
sit around and unwind, so to say.
Yeah.
And then right before Memorial Day, Memorial Day weekend, on Friday, they do the poppy, the poppy thing, where
Yes.
you can buy a poppy to support veterans, and et cetera. That'll be, again, Friday before Memorial Day. But like I said, they do a lot.
Yeah.
They do a lot. They do a lot. And like I said before, if it wasn't for the two groups, we probably wouldn't exist.
So it's just one big family,
It's one
honestly.
big
You know,
family.
however it is that you get to join,
Right.
doesn't matter. It's just being part of that family and doing good for veterans and for our local kids.
Exactly.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Bruce and I both talked about the DD214.
Yeah.
And somebody said, well, I don't have that. You know, my dad or my grandpa or my mom or whoever. The Veterans Administration office here in Jackson, if you are wanting to join and you don't have that information, you just go to them. They can find it.
They'll find it
Yeah,
for
the
you.
veteran,
Very
the
good
Jackson
at that.
County Veterans Administration office is downtown Jackson.
Down by our memorial
yeah,
building.
Yeah, and they'll have that information for
Yes.
And I'll touch just a little bit more on that. The National they have laxed quite a bit, and I'm so thankful they do that, because it has to help with membership. But they have told us that if you have any form, not just a DD-214 discharge paper, but if you have any form that will show that you served honorably with the country,
Okay.
our country, that you are eligible to join.
Gotcha.
It's just as long as you have some type of proof that you were military.
Okay. Very good. So it's a little bit easier, but go down, see Arnold and the gang at,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, the Veterans Office, and they'll take good care of you. That's what they're there
Absolutely.
for. And
Absolutely.
Exactly.
they enjoy helping folks.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The 40 and 8, too, I want to just briefly
Yeah,
touch on.
sure.
40 and 8 has a hero hunt every year. That's in Zalaski State Forest, and they usually go up to Lake Hope and rent out the big cabin up there. And they have this for disability veterans.
Yes.
So they have this hunt in October, I think, of every year, and you can sign up anytime. There's Jerry Collins would be contact for us at the Post because he's affiliated with them.
Yes.
So, but that's a big thing, and the veterans that don't have the opportunity to really go out and hunt during regular season
We make
can
it
do
happen.
so then. Yes.
Yeah, make it
so
happen.
and we always have pictures coming back with everybody getting a deer. So
Hey, there you go.
and also the 40 and 8 has along with the sons and our family of the American Legion.
Yes.
Does the Christmas basket
The
every
Christmas
year.
food boxes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
Crazy.
that's a rewarding project also.
Very, very good.
It's a huge project.
So
Yeah. So thank you for all that you do. We
no
greatly
problem. Thank
appreciate
you.
that, and we appreciate you for your service so much as well.
it's an honor, always will be, and it's an honor to be here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for spending your morning with
All right.
us.
Thank you.
All right. Well, now we got to get to March Madness Mania stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys have a prediction on who's going to win? Not Ohio State.
Not Ohio State.
Alabama.
Alabama. We'll write this down.
I'm going to go with Kansas.
Okay.
I'm going to say Alabama for a reason. Most people probably don't know this, but an OU person that played at Ohio University, which is in Athens,
Yes.
is one of the starters for Alabama this year.
Oh, cool.
He transferred, name is Mark Sears. He
Yeah?
transferred from OU as a freshman, started as a freshman, entered a transfer portal, which thousands of people do.
Yes.
Ended up in Alabama, and he's a starter this year.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that.
Keep an eye. He number number 1, I think he is.
Okay,
All
very
right.
good. Well, thanks, guys. Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful day, and best of luck with all of your projects this year.
Yeah.
Come back and see us if you have
right.
anything else going
Sure,
on.
Thank
no
you much.
problem. Will do. Of
course.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. All right, let's head on out to the weather forecast. It's not as bad over the next couple of days, so we're kind of excited about that. Today, look at that sunshine in the forecast. You never see that in Ohio this time of the year, or well, just in Ohio in general. So sunshine. They are saying that wind is going to kick down a little bit, and hopefully we have a little bit more mellow day with highs of 51. It is going to get cold overnight tonight. Lows of 29. They say to check all your flowering trees and all that stuff because it could really create havoc on that. So then tomorrow on Thursday, even warmer, partly cloudy skies, highs of 61, lows of 44. And then looking on to Friday and Saturday, some precipitation in the forecast. They're saying rain, sleet, snow, something of that effect. And but we'll just see how it goes. But beautiful day today, lots of sunshine, not a lot of wind. So that is fantastic with me because I'm about over this wind thing. Do you remember as much wind as we've had? Like, it is crazy.
It was nasty yesterday.
Yesterday was awful.
It was nasty.
Awful. Hey, before we forget, let's do the cycle search clue.
Let's do it.
And your cycle search clue today is brought to you by Mark Porter GM and the Vinton County Health Department. Help Me Grow and Moms Quit for Two. So I want to thank them. Today is day 18 of the cycle search. So here is your clue since we're talking about brackets today. With a lot going on, take time to fill out your bracket, then back to work looking for the key packet.
Ooh, okay.
There you go. So that's
Exciting.
your cycle search clue today. All right, so we are going to pick a bracket today, right, James?
Who?
We are going to pick a bracket today.
You said James. I'm not James.
Oh, Commissioner.
Commissioner Hamilton. Thank you very much. So sorry. Oh my gosh. But yeah,
Commissioner Hamilton.
Basketball Mania is in full
Whoop,
swing.
whoop. Awesome.
You got your issue of today's edition of the Telegram. You'll see right here.
Yep.
On the front page, Basketball Mania 2023. We open it up. Bam, there it is. There's your
There
bracket.
it is.
All the sponsors. Thank you to all these incredible sponsors. There's 64 of them.
Yep.
Not going to go through all of them because we'd be here all day.
Well, yeah,
But thank
it would
you.
end the show.
But thank you so much to all those sponsors.
Yes.
And I will say they have their own contest going on, so we'll talk about that throughout the month of March.
Okay.
But yeah, so very exciting. So we've got the bracket in the paper today. Fill that out, turn it in, enter Basketball Mania for your chance to win
Part of $600.
Part of $600.
Yeah.
But-
First, second, third place.
Yeah. So
You can fill it out online, which is the easiest.
yes, it is the easiest way to do it.
Go to the telegramnews.com.
Telegramnews.com. Click
Yes.
on that orange banner at the top of the page.
Okay.
And it will take you to the rules page and get you all set up.
All right.
But you got to figure out your bracket.
Okay.
And so
So,
I admitted that I've not watched any games.
yeah, we're
And
kind
you've
of.
only watched Ohio State games.
Yeah.
Ohio State is not in it. And so you said you needed a little bit of help kind of figuring out,
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
you gotta have some kind of solution to the problem of knowing who to
Right.
pick.
Right. And so in the past, I know you were big on just picking who has the prettiest jerseys.
I think so. Yes.
But I recommended that maybe this year we pick based on who has the best mascot.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
I thought it was a fantastic idea until I realized how long it was going to take me to compile the photos of all of the mascots.
You actually went through all the teams and compiled photos.
Yeah, I thought it would maybe
Bless
take
your
an
heart.
hour or two. It took literally all day yesterday.
That is dedication, folks. All for you today here on the program.
So hopefully this is funny enough to be worth the effort of finding all these pictures.
Oh, God. Okay, so how will we begin with this?
All right. So the way we've got this is, so if you're looking at your bracket, we are going to start here, and
Okay.
work our way down, and then move back over here. So we're
Okay.
going to start with the South region, and then go to the East region, and then go to the Midwest region, and end with the West region.
All right, so are we going to fill this out as we go?
Yeah. So
Okay.
So we'll just do the first round, and so you can kind of fill it in beyond there after the fact.
Okay.
So we're just going to go through the first round in each region today.
Okay. All right.
Starting with the South region. All right. So, Dylan, you've got those mascots pulled up?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right. So here is our first matchup. So we've got Alabama and Big Al,
Yes.
and they are taking on one of the play-in games, which is not written on this form. Let me
See,
go
didn't they won last, or they played yesterday, didn't they?
I thought it was tonight.
Oh, is it? So Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders.
Texas A&M Corpus Christi in southeastern Missouri State. Texas A&M Corpus Christi recently changed their mascot, so this is a brand new mascot.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's why we don't have a picture of them playing basketball.
Gotcha.
Just got them playing
The
baseball.
Islanders.
Yeah,
He kind of looks like that character from Inside Out, like the water
yeah,
drop.
he does.
I don't know exactly what that is.
Yeah, so I don't think that's a bad mascot. I think Rowdy the Red Hawk. So before we get too far into this, I'm going to say anybody that has a cat mascot does not score any points for originality. Because y'all are about to see a lot of wildcats, bobcats. Also, surprisingly, several teams have an owl.
Really?
Yeah, there's like
owls
four
are so
owls.
cute.
I agree, owls are cute, but I was
Love
surprised how
owls.
many of them are mascots. And there's a few here that I know you're going to be really excited about.
Okay.
But yeah, so we've got Big Owl, we got Izzy, and we got Rowdy the Red Hawk.
Oh, this is a little hard because we don't know which of the other two teams are going to,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some of those games were last night.
I think they did play last night.
Let me look. I was too busy finding pictures of mascots to actually
Well,
look who won games.
I will say, to be safe about this, is I was going to pick Big Al anyway.
Yeah.
Because I love Big Al as the elephant. Now, it doesn't really... so Alabama's mascot technically is a... What do they say? They don't really... They're not the Alabama...
Oh, it's the Crimson Tide.
Crimson
is the
Tide.
nickname, yeah.
So what does that have to do with an
With elephants?
elephant?
I don't know.
I think it's like elephant.
So Dylan, who does not know what the NCAA tournament is
he's
psychoanalyzing this.
I mean, okay, yes.
Okay, so there are two games today. The games start today. No, hold on.
There were games.
Yeah,
yesterday.
there were games last night. Texas A&M won 75-71. So Izzy has eliminated Rowdy the Red Hawk.
Okay. So we have to choose between
Big Al and Izzy.
Big Al. So I'm gonna pick Big Al just because he's super cute.
Yeah, I think Izzy is a strong mascot. I thought their old mascot was kind of weirder.
Okay. Weirder than that?
Weirder than that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like a tiki guy. But yeah, Big Al. I think Big Al's the runaway winner here.
Okay. All right.
Moving on. Now this
on.
This is an interesting one.
Maryland versus West Virginia.
So of course West Virginia has the Mountaineer.
Yeah.
And this is Mary Roush. She is the third woman and the first freshman to be named the West Virginia Mountaineer.
Really?
Yeah. So this is the best picture I could find of her, and she's not in the full getup. So I'm guessing this is from when they announced her as being the new Mountaineer. So normally they wear like a full-on like pioneer coonskin cap.
Gotcha.
Like, kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. Mary Roush, the third woman and the first freshman.
Dang it. Okay.
So I do think the turtle, the Maryland Terrapin is Terrapin is pretty good.
I love the turtle.
Yeah, but I mean Mary gets my vote.
Man, if it hadn't been a Mary, if it had just been just a dude, I would have been like all over that turtle.
She is the 68th Mountaineer.
I say we go with Mary.
I think so.
Okay.
She gets my vote.
It's only because you're a Mary and not a Mark. Okay.
All right, moving on.
Yes. San Diego
State and Charleston.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Now,
what
San Diego State.
Going on there?
So the San Diego State Aztecs.
Yes.
Right? So y'all didn't know that this was at Chippendales.
Oh, he gets my vote.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be nearly as many kids that are wanting their picture taken with the San Diego State Aztec as are going to want their picture with Clyde the Cougar. But there are going to be a whole lot of moms. There are going to be a whole lot of cougars, if you know what I mean, wanting to get some pictures with the Aztecs. So I think that's a runaway victory for the Aztecs.
Okay, so we're going to go State on that one, hands down. Okay.
All right, so now we got Virginia versus Furman. All right, so this is might want to make our picture a little bit smaller, Dylan, so we're not covering up the names in the corner. But yeah, so we got Caveman and we got the Paladin.
Okay, so that guy is like the Burger King man. He creeps me out.
He's pretty creepy.
So I've got to go with the other one.
Yeah.
What is that, Furman?
Yeah.
If we're based solely on
mascots,
yeah, we got to go with the night guy.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling Caveman.
No, he's creeping me out.
All the ones that have kind of human-like faces are creepy.
Yes, very much.
Creighton and NC State is next.
Okay.
All right, so I think this is a pretty good one. We got Billy Blue Jay and we got the Wolf Pack.
Ooh.
So I should say that some of these schools have more than one mascot, and I didn't necessarily include every mascot that they had. I just kind of pick like the most sort of iconic looking one.
Okay.
So like for NC State, the Wolf Pack is like there's like a bunch of them. There's like 4 of them.
Okay.
So like collectively they are the Wolf Pack.
Gotcha.
And Billy Blue Jay from Creighton, that is another recently redesigned mascot.
Oh.
So he just got kind of a refresh recently.
Just think how smart you are now about mascots.
Yeah. Well, so
after your day yesterday.
So when I was talking on the radio with Matt and Big Papa, I made the mistake of saying, like, well, I know everything about college mascots now. And so Matt immediately puts me on the spot. I was like, well, I don't have my notes in front of me. Like, I didn't literally memorize it.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I think the Billy Blue Jay is pretty cool.
I was going to vote for Billy Blue Jay.
Yeah. I mean, I think these are both good mascots.
They are very good mascots. And I like that the Wolfpack has, like, more.
Yeah.
But I think Billy Blue Jay is adorable.
Yeah.
Can we go with that?
All right.
So, wait, that is Creighton then, right?
Yeah. So now we got Baylor and USCB. So we got Ole.
Baylor, the Baylor Bears.
Yeah.
Ole looks interesting.
Ole.
Yeah, he looks like the Hamburglar. He looks like the Hamburglar mixed with Yosemite Sam.
That's really politically correct.
So we will get to a few. There are a few schools that do not have mascots, and in some instances, it's because their old mascot was so politically incorrect.
So what does UCSB stand for?
Hold on, let me tell you. UCSB. Hold on. I wanted to have all this stuff easy to get to, but there's too many. It is University of California, Santa Barbara.
Okay. Due to the fact that I think Olay is really racist, I'm gonna go with the Bear on that.
Yeah, I think the Baylor Bear takes that one too. All right, now we got Missouri and Utah State.
California, even they're letting that happen.
Well, it's Santa Barbara.
Okay.
All right, so we got Truman the Tiger and Big Blue.
Oh, you got to go with the bull.
Yeah, I think Big Blue is a really good-looking mascot. I think Truman the Tiger is a little too derpy looking. And I will admit, some of these I intentionally picked like the derpiest picture I could find.
Is that the one that you sent the thing where...
Yeah.
What was that side story? I forget.
Somebody in, I think it was this one, someone in the Truman the Tiger costume was pictured at a frat party using illegal substances.
Yeah, getting high.
Made local news. It was a very funny picture.
I'm pretty sure it was that picture. Okay, so we're gonna
Did
go
not
with
include that guy.
We're going with Utah State on that
Big
one.
Blue.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Arizona and Princeton.
Okay.
So now we got cat versus cat, with the Wildcat versus the Tiger.
How boring.
Yeah. Yeah, once you realize how many of these are cats, particularly how many of them are just Wildcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get a little lame.
I don't know. I'll let you pick this one.
Well, I mean, Arizona's a number 2 seed. I think they're going to be pretty tough to knock out in the first round. Princeton's had some good teams in the last few years. I think last year when I finished in dead last place, I'm pretty sure I had Princeton winning a couple games, and they didn't.
So you're a little sore.
Yeah, so I'm maybe a little sore with Princeton. I don't care how smart they are.
Okay, so we're going to go with Arizona?
Going to go with Arizona.
Okay.
All right, so now we got another play-in game. So we got Purdue versus Texas Southern and FDU. And so so the Purdue Boilermaker is straight nightmare fuel.
Dude, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even. Nightmare fuel.
Wait until we get to Providence. So this is Fairleigh Dickinson University, FDU. So I feel like their mascot's the best of the group.
Wait, which one is it?
The
bottom
knight,
one?
Yeah, the blue.
It's a horse. How would I not vote for the horse?
Yeah, I mean that's the best mascot of the group. I mean the Purdue Boilermaker, Purdue Pete. I mean that is a pretty iconic college mascot.
Don't care. It's creepy.
Straight nightmare fuel.
So we're gonna go with Nitro.
I think it's Nitro.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them have some pretty punny names.
Very punny.
Yeah.
All right, so that is FDU, right?
Yeah. So that's a big upset right there.
Yeah, that's
a 16 seed knocking out a 1 seed.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
You never know.
So now we got Memphis and FAU. So here's our first owl.
Oh, owl, hands down. Don't care.
Owsley the Owl.
Yep. We're going with Florida Atlantic.
Yeah.
You don't get a vote on this one.
All right. All right, moving on. We got Drake versus Oral Roberts. Or Duke, sorry. Drake Slater. So the Duke mascot, again, straight nightmare fuel. But also pretty iconic. I mean, that's a big swing. And Eli the Golden Owl is cute, but it's kind of generic looking. And the Blue Devil is, pretty unique.
I just can't. The people ones are creepy.
The people ones are super creepy, and they're only going to get worse.
I'm voting for the owl again.
All right, we're going with Eli the Golden Owl. Another big upset. All right, are you ready for this? This is going to be one of your favorite ones. This is going to be a runaway victory. I 100% know which one you're going to pick here. Tennessee and Louisiana. So here is our first team that has a live animal as a mascot.
Smokey.
So
Love that.
So Smokey is clearly destroying Cayenne here.
Yeah. Cayenne. Like, really? Come on.
Yeah.
That's
So this is,
dumb.
I mean,
Because you're the only
if
10
this was
I see.
rated solely on the mascots,
Yeah.
Smokey's a number 1 seed.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely. Okay, got that down.
All right, moving on. Kentucky and Providence.
Okay.
All right, so Kentucky, super generic cat. Providence, maybe the most nightmarish one of them all.
Yeah, that loses. I
Yeah.
mean, that would be the number 1 seed of creeping me out so far.
So the Providence Friar,
Yeah, no.
maybe the creepiest out of the whole bunch.
Yeah, no, we're going with Kentucky.
Yeah.
Not even a discussion.
Nightmare
Ick.
fuel.
Oh my gosh, I am gonna have nightmares about that. Can you imagine like waking up in the middle of the night and that thing looking at you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. There are some pretty funny articles written about how creepy that was I found last night looking for this.
who would want to be that?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, moving on to Kansas State versus Montana State. So I think Kansas State deserves points for how incredibly lazy this is. The dude's just wearing the head.
That is so weird. There's like normal legs and arms.
Yeah. So it does not look as bad when he's dressed for a football game because he wears like shoulder pads and everything. And all that makes it look better.
Yeah.
But when he's just wearing a basketball jersey, and he's also wearing a regular t-shirt underneath his basketball jersey, which is never a good look.
No, never, ever.
So I think that is probably easily the laziest one and maybe the
That's
worst
lame.
looking one. Yeah. So, but I don't know. Maybe they get points for just looking so bad.
No, they get no points for that.
All right. So Montana State.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now we got Michigan State and USC. So
Okay.
now I think this is a tough one. Maybe this isn't a tough one for you.
It's
because
not a tough one
Sparty
for me.
is iconic college mascot.
Still
But
creepy face.
then we got a real horse.
We got a real horse.
Yeah.
What do you think I'm going to vote for?
Now, I will throw this out there. Pretty sure they don't bring that horse out on the basketball court.
You never know.
That's true. I don't know. I've never seen it, but
It's interesting if you ever, sidebar, if you ever want to talk about transportation, it's a whole situation with these horses that they transport them. I mean, you know,
I'm sure.
it's a whole team of people that have to make sure that they arrive at different destinations properly and, you know,
Yeah.
safely and
I bet.
all of that. So yeah, I was watching a documentary about that one day. Well, I'm going with USC.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. An upset. All right. Last one on the left side of the bracket. We got Marquette versus Vermont.
Okay.
I think these are both real derpy.
Golden Eagle versus Rally. I got to go with the Eagle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the
think-
Eagle is the Eagle.
Yeah. And, you know, there are a lot of birds, but there's way more cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with Marquette there.
Yeah. I think that's a solid pick. All right. Now we're moving on to the Midwest region.
Okay.
All right. So we got Houston and Northern Kentucky.
No wonder it took you so long.
Yeah. We're only
gravy.
We're
We're just now halfway through.
halfway done. We've got 6 minutes to get through it all.
Okay. We got to go fast.
So I think Victor Viking's pretty cool, but Houston's winning that game.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you're picking solely on I just have trouble with the faces.
Yeah. Now he is more of a cartoon, so he's less creepy than some of the human ones.
Although Vikings are not very, shall we say, politically correct either.
I think Vikings are okay.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I say we go with the Viking.
All right.
You
That's
know,
a big swing.
it is. You're right. So that's
16 seeds beat a 1 seed before.
So that is Northern Kentucky.
All right. So now we got Iowa and Auburn.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that Perky the Hawk looks more like a bumblebee
Yeah.
than any hawk I've ever seen.
But a tiger's boring.
Yeah. The
I'm
Hawk's definitely more.
I'm
a little
going with
more
Iowa.
unique. Lots of, I mean, there's a ton of cats, but there's also a lot of birds.
I'm going Iowa.
All right. So now we got Miami and Drake.
Okay.
So now for Drake, again, we got another live animal.
Puppy.
So several of these teams do have a live animal and a like cartoon mascot version.
Okay.
So here's the first example we've got of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got Sebastian the ibis. Just, for the first duck we've had.
I mean, an ibis is an interesting choice for a mascot.
But look how cute Spike is.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble. I mean, I just feel like if you got the animal, you got to pick it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with that.
All right,
We're going to go with Drake.
Spike?
Yep.
All right. Moving on to Indiana and Kent State. And
I mean,
now
we can't put our emotions into this. It's solely on the...
So here we have the first school that does not have a mascot. Indiana does not have a mascot. So this is a mascot that they had like back in the 50s, but they don't use them anymore. They don't have a mascot.
Well, if you don't have a mascot, you can't win.
Yep, it's true.
So we're going to have to go with Flash.
Yeah, we're going to go with K-State.
One by default. Okay.
All right. So now moving on to Iowa State. And so Mississippi State or Pitt. And Pitt defeated Mississippi State last night. So we know it's going to be the Pitt Panthers. So unfortunately, Bully has already been eliminated.
Okay. Well, it makes it easier for me. So I feel like we have to go with the Cardinal because we live in Ohio and
That's
Cardinal
true.
is our thing. So that would be
Iowa.
Iowa, yeah.
Iowa State.
Okay.
All right. So now moving on to Xavier and Kennesaw State. So here we've got one that's got two mascots. And the Musketeer, I think, is fine.
Blue blob.
But the Blue Blob is like, I'm here for the Blue Blob.
What is going on right now?
So I love that the Blue Blob looks like somebody's mom made them a mascot costume.
I wish it was just the blob and not the creepy face guy.
Yeah. So I'm all for the Blue Blob.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
The Blue Blob is great.
How do you say
D'Artagnan? D'Artagnan? Yeah, I think it's D'Artagnan. The Musketeer.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Scrappy. I mean, Scrappy's pretty good.
Scrappy's another. Is that an owl?
Yeah.
Okay. So so I'll let you get this one. So we're going with Xavier, right?
Yeah, Blue Blob. All right, so now moving
on.
on.
The Blue Blob saved them.
Texas A&M and Penn State. And here we have our number one overall seat, in my opinion, Texas A&M.
You are so pretty.
Is that not the prettiest dog you've ever seen in your life? And compare that to the Nittany Lion, which straight up just looks like a pair of pajamas that has been put through the washer too many times.
Looks like a onesie at Walmart.
It looks so bad.
Oh, we are definitely going with Texas A&M on that one.
Yeah. Just look how pretty that dog is.
Oh, Reveille.
Yeah.
Oh, you are just gorgeous. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a runaway victory.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so now we got Texas versus Colgate. And so the Colgate Raider is another finalist for the absolute creepiest, scariest one.
I mean, right underneath the monk situation.
Mm-hmm. And then so for Texas, so technically Texas has a live mascot. They have a real Longhorn. And it's been, 20 or so generations that has been like the Texas Longhorn.
Which, God forbid, it gets mad.
Yeah, but I doubt that they bring the steer out on the basketball court.
Probably not.
So I included the cartoon mascot version, which I think is a pretty easy victory over the Colgate Raider.
Yeah.
Which is just terrifying. Why does he have gray skin?
I don't ever want to see that thing again.
No. All right.
Ever.
Okay. Moving on. Kansas versus Howard.
Okay.
So a lot of these teams have like a male and a female kind of version of their mascots.
Oh.
But this is the only one that I included a picture of both because I could not find a picture of either of them by themselves. And then Kansas also has like a group of them, I think. So, yeah. But Kansas is almost certainly going to win this game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, the Howard Bison is maybe a better mascot.
The Blue Jay's so cute, though.
He is pretty cute. He is pretty cute.
Ooh, this is the hardest one for me.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think the bison looks creepy.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to wake up to see either one of them standing over me, looking down, leering at me.
I feel like the bison, you don't know what it looks like. Or like you wouldn't know what it was unless you knew what it was.
Maybe. You might think it was a dragon or something.
Right. I'm going Kansas on that one.
I think that's a safe bet. All right, moving on to Arkansas and Illinois, and another one with no mascot.
You're kidding.
So Illinois' mascot for a long time was just a guy dressed like a Native American.
So we can't really do that.
So they don't do that anymore.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go with Big Red then.
Yep, Big Red. The
So
Razorback.
Arkansas. All right, we have a few more before we get out of
Yeah,
here.
we're almost done. Okay, St. Mary's and VCU.
It's kind of fun though to see the.
So Gideon, another straight nightmare fuel.
Oh my gosh. They're hideous, both.
It's so bad. Rodney the Ram, much better mascot. Gideon, straight nightmare fuel.
Okay, we got to go with the Ram. Sorry.
All right.
So wait, that's
St. Mary's and VCU.
VCU. So we're gonna pick VCU on that one. Okay.
All right, moving on. Yukon and Iona. So Yukon again, live animal mascot.
Yes. I mean, I don't think that there's a decision there to be
No,
made.
Killian, not into
Yukon.
that. Okay, so now we're moving on to another play-in game, which is TCU versus the winner of Asheville and Nevada.
Well, I have to admit that I've always been a Horned Frog fan just
Yeah.
because they're called the Horned Frogs.
Why does he have maces for hands? Is that really what a horned frog's little hands look like?
That's a fair question. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's pretty unique. Yep, definitely give it that. Sparky the Sun Devil, also pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I got to go with the Horned Frog just because I've always loved that mascot. I think it's
I said
fun.
that wrong. This is Arizona State.
Okay, we're going with TCU there. Okay.
All right, moving on to Gonzaga and Grand Canyon. So Thunder the Antelope, pretty fun, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got Spike the Bulldog. Missing a good chance to have a real bulldog, I say.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the antelope takes it.
Yeah. It is probably the
Super
only deer.
cute.
Yeah. It is probably the only deer.
All right. So sorry,
Gonzaga.
sorry, Gonzaga. You're gonna definitely probably win, but we're gonna go with Grand Canyon there.
All right. Only two left. We got
Okay.
Northwestern versus Boise State. Willie the Wildcat versus Buster Bronco.
Well, I got to go with the horse.
Gotta go with the horse. Yep.
Yeah.
And the final one, UCLA versus the University of North Carolina, Asheville. Joe Bruin versus Rocky.
Oh. Well, those are boring.
Rocky. Yeah, they are. It is kind of a little bit of a blah one to end on.
I don't like the one on the right because it looks like it's gonna eat your face.
He does kind of look like he's going to eat your face. I agree.
All right, we're going with UCLA there.
Joe Bruin. All right. So there
right.
we have it. We've got the first round gone through. You can go through the rest of it in your own time. But yeah, so did you have an overall favorite, overall least favorite?
Oh, well, I think the collie dog is about the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
A&M collie dog.
And then the monk and that's no.
Yeah.
Like who designed that and thought that was a good idea?
I don't know.
Like, hey, I little children are just going to love our mascot.
Yeah. Have you seen the NBA's New Orleans Pelicans mascot? I'll show it to you off the show.
Okay.
It's the worst mascot in sports.
All right. Well, I will complete my bracket and we will go from there.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope
Yes.
I hope that helped you make some of these tough decisions.
Yes,
for your
tiebreaker.
bracket.
Always
Tiebreaker.
pick
Always-
prettiest outfit or best mascot.
Yeah, or
Either way.
creepiest mascot if you just want to watch the world burn.
Yes, there you go. Or have nightmares and stay up all night.
All right, but yeah, remember to get your brackets in. You have until noon tomorrow.
Yes. So you have a little over 24 hours to get it taken care
Yep.
of. So there you go.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you to our friends from the American Legion in Wellston for stopping by and filling us in. Membership drive going on, and your first year, if you're a new member is paid for.
Wow.
So take that. All right. Have a great day, everyone. And thank you so much. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.